Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Tuesday, July 1st, 2025. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I sincerely hope you folks have a truly blessed and wonderful Tuesday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is the list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Actually, tonight I will have the background and overview for the entire month of July, since we are beginning another new month. Also tonight, right after my National Day calendar segment, I will have my famous birthday segment for you all, where it features our famous people who were born on this day. And also tonight, in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for tomorrow, which is Wednesday, the last half of this week, which does include your 4th of July holiday, the upcoming weekend, and on to the start of next week. So without further ado, let's get things started here on this Tuesday night as we conclude yet another day. Also, as we start another new month. It's hard to believe that we are almost completely halfway done with the year already. This would be day 100. This will be day number 182 out of 365. Hard to believe that actually today marks the first day of the second half of the year. Telling you folks, 2025. This year is really this year's year is really going by fast, and we're in July already. So it is July, so it's still early part of summer though, but it is hard to believe that we're already just now starting the second half of the year. I believe just in a couple more days we'll be at the entire midpoint of this year, or will we? Now here's the background. This is exactly what I do at the beginning of each month. I'll have the background and overview for the entire month and introduce y'all to exactly what this month is. I'm about to let you guys know exactly what this month is about. July, the 7th month of the Gregorian year. Excuse me. The 7th month of the Gregorian year is named in honor. The 7th month of the Gregorian year is named in honor of Julius Caesar. In 63 BC, Caesar had been elected Pontifex Maximus. During this time, the calendar was 355 days long. Gradually, through mishandling and corruption, Pontus allowed the calendar to lengthen. To please one priest and anger another, January slipped into fall, shortening it. While Caesar didn't place the month of Quintilis, meaning 5th in the strangely 7th place, he did decide to change from a lunisolar to a solar calendar. A year after Caesar completed the calendar, he was assassinated on the Ides of March. In his honor, the Roman Senate named the 7th month July the birth of Caesar's month, Quintilis. July was originally named Quintilis after Marcus Aurelius Claudius Quintilis, a Roman emperor who died in 270 BC. Before the Roman calendar, there were only 10 months, and Quintilis was the 5th month. When the Romans added new months, Quintilis and other months were adjusted. The new solar year will consist of 365 days, adding 10 to the total. The extra days were distributed among the months with 29 days. The new calendar went into effect on the first day of January 709 AUC, from the founding of the city of Rome, January 1st, 45 BC, and put an end to the arbitrary and inaccurate nature of the early Roman system. The Julian calendar became the predominant calendar throughout Europe for the next 1600 years until Pope Gregory made further reforms in 1582. Certain countries and institutions in fact adhered to this ancient system until well into the 20th century. The Julian calendar was used in Russia until 1917 and in China until 1949. To this day, the Eastern Orthodox Church adheres to Caesar's calendar. July weather in the Northern Hemisphere begins heating up. The dog days of summer begin in July and carry through until August. July weather is an excellent time for completing home renovations and projects. This summer month is also perfect for eating ice cream. In fact, the entire month of July celebrates ice cream. What's your favorite flavor? There are 7 ice cream related holidays on the calendar to keep us cool. In the southern hemisphere, July is the second month of winter, while July's average temperatures make it the hottest month of the year in the northern hemisphere, which is where we're located. July is also the coldest month on average in the southern hemisphere. Did you know July's full moon is called the buck moon? During the month of July, I believe it occurs around July 10th. A male deer's antlers grow the fastest and reach its annual growth potential. If you were born in July, your sign is either a Cancer or a Leo. Cancer is the crab sign and Leo is the lion. Your birth flowers are larkspur and water lily. Your birth flowers are larkspur and water lily. The larkspur represents the bonds of love. While larkspur doesn't bloom until fall, the water lily blooms all summer long. However, like the rose, the larkspur's colors also have special meaning. Pink equals fickleness. White equals happiness, purple equals first love, blue equals grace, and the water lily represents purity. The primary birthstone of July is ruby. This is a valuable gemstone found predominantly in Myanmar and Vietnam. These beautiful stones vary in shades from blood red to pinkish red and signify wealth and prosperity. Here are 5 facts about July. Several countries celebrate their independence in July, including Canada, France, and the United States. July has 31 days. The bikini debuted in July 1948. Neil Armstrong put the first footprints on the moon in July of 1969. Notable people. Here are some notable people born in July. Ernest Hemingway, Princess Diana, Tom Cruise, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Thurgood Marshall, Medgar Evers, Stephen Foster, Percy Spencer, Peggy Greatwald, Tom Hanks, Jane Lynch, Ida B. Wells, Nelson Mandela, Janet Reno, Robin Williams, Emily Bronte, John Quincy Adams, Calvin Coolidge, Gerald Ford, George W. Bush. There are several notable people known to us that have birthdays throughout the month of July. And here's a little more should you need to know about July, the 7th month of the year in present day calendar. July is the 7th. So July is the 7th and current month in the Julian and Gregorian calendars. Its length is 31 days. It was named by the Roman Senate in honor of Roman General Julius Caesar in 44 BC. Being the month of his birth, before then it was called Quintilis, being the 5th month of the calendar that started with March. It is on average the warmest month in most of the northern hemisphere, where it is the 2nd month of summer, and the coldest month in much of the southern hemisphere, where it is the 2nd month of winter, vice versa. The second half of the year commences in July, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video. In the southern hemisphere, July is the season equivalent of January in the northern hemisphere. Dog days are considered to begin in early July in the northern hemisphere, when the hot sultry weather of summer usually starts. Spring lambs born in late winter or early spring are usually sold before July 1st. July's birthstone is the ruby, which symbolizes contentment. Its birth flowers are larkspur and water lily. The zodiac signs are Cancer until July 22nd and Leo from July 23rd onward until the end of the month. So, good evening to you, Brittany. Good evening to you, Brittany. How are you doing on this Tuesday night, and how was your day today? So, Honor America Days, which began June 14th, continue until this coming Friday, July 4th, which is Independence Day. So July is known in the United States. July is known as National Hot Dog Month, National Ice Cream Month, and Disability Pride Month. And most notable, and the holiday most notable to all of us is Independence Day, which of course we celebrate the birthday of our nation. And of course this year, how was your day today, Brittany? And of course this year, and of course Independence Day is in the United States. We celebrate this is the month we celebrate the birth of our nation, and this year we'll be celebrating it on a Friday, the birth of our nation, and we celebrate each year on July 4th, regardless what day of the week it falls on. And this year, July 4th happens to fall on a Friday. It happens to fall on a Friday. And of course, it is one It is one of the summer's most popular. It is considered the most popular holiday, summer's most popular holidays of the year, one of the most important days of the year. So that, and of course, today also, not only that, today has also happened to be a holiday in Canada. Today also happened to be a holiday in Canada. I'm going to give you guys a brief info about that. So, as mentioned at the beginning of the video, of course, today was Canada Day, which is so we celebrated the birth of the nation to our north. On this day, Canadians everywhere celebrate Canada Day to commemorate the day 3 provinces became one country through the Constitution Act on this day, on July 1st, 1867. Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and the province of Canada. Hashtag Canada Day. While all the provinces and territories in Canada celebrate this Canadian holiday, the day isn't celebrated the same way across the nation. Most businesses close for the day, and depending on the province, different celebrations take place. Much of the country will observe with summer-like festivities, including barbecues, fireworks, and concerts. However, unique to Quebec is a moving day attitude. Since lease agreements end on July 1st in Quebec, the holiday takes a backseat on those who don't renew. A brief history, Canadian history. Several events lead up to its declaration. On July 1st, 1867, 2 of the Canadian colonies, Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, divided into a wider British Federation of 4 provinces to add Ontario and Quebec. Today is considered the initial recognition of Canada when the Constitution Act the British North America Act was signed. In 1982, on July 1st, Dominion Day officially becomes Canada Day around Canada. Calgary, Toronto, Winnipeg, Montreal, Vancouver, Victoria, and Saskatoon may be some of the most recognizable cities in Canada. Beyond its independence, Canada has many other things to celebrate. The country's natural beauty is breathtaking, including beaches on each of the coasts and national parks throughout the country. Don't miss any of those, especially if you're planning on taking a trip up to Canada. If the nightlife interests you, Canada knows how to entertain too. In the cities, you will find unmatched shopping, dining, and entertainment. Of course, celebrations aren't complete unless you include something delicious to eat. While the backyard barbecues will do, don't forget the specifically Canadian creations. Hello, Brittany, I am doing great. I had a blessed and wonderful day today. At Canadian creations. At first, maple syrup may be the only thing come to mind, but Canadians know there's so much more. For example, the Spicy Caesar challenges the Bloody Mary to a flavor test when it comes to beverages. Canadians also love poutine, crisp fries, fresh cheese curds, and gravy. Lobster rolls fill the main course deliciously. I did not, but I did not. Not today. I'm planning on getting it before. I'm planning on getting it before the end of this week. You know what? I'm planning on going by Crumble to get the strawberry shortcake. I'll probably get it. If I don't get it tomorrow, I'll get it by. I will for sure have it by Thursday, so I can have it just in time for the 4th. Lobster rolls fill the main course deliciously. While you might want to skip dessert, don't consider skipping it. You will find your maple syrup in your mouth watering butter tarts. If you prefer pie, flapper pie with a mountain of meringue fits the bill. Grab a sparkler, a slice of pie, and a moving box. It's Canada Day. Canadians, no matter where you are, celebrate, sing "Oh Canada" or attend a local event. Wear red and white, sharing your Canadian heritage. Learn more about the evolution of Canada at Canada.ca. While Canadian, so Canada Day officially became official in 1982. Originally, it was known as Dominion Day. Hopefully, some of these days I'll get to visit Canada. I've never gone there. So again, Canada Day is observed each year on this day, July 1st. regardless what day of the week it falls on. 3 days prior to the day we celebrate the birthday of our nation, America. Today was National Ginger Snap Day, National Creative Ice Cream Flavors Day, National U.S. Postage Stamp Day, and also today was National Postal Worker Day. Those are each of the following we observed on this day, Tuesday, July 1st. And of course, I'm about to let you guys know exactly what your 4th of July holiday is looking like, what your Independence Day is looking like this Friday. And also we have some of the, we're still expecting some of the hottest temperatures of the year so far. So some of us could be dealing with the threat of some storms. Isolated strong to severe thunderstorms have been the possibility through the evening hours across portions of north central and northeast Louisiana, along with south central Arkansas. Isolated damaging winds and brief heavy rainfall are the main threats. Late afternoon to the evening hours, the main areas of concentration will be across east of El Dorado, Ruston, and going towards Monroe. Late afternoon to evening hours, highest risk of north central northeast Louisiana. Isolated damaging winds 60 miles per hour or greater. Another muggy and humid night across the region with lows in the 70s ahead of hot temperatures in the 90s tomorrow. Low temperatures mild with lows in the 70s all across the area, with lows in the 70s. And tomorrow, highs will return to the low to mid 90s. So we're going to be just about actually close to normal. And here's what your Independence Day is looking like. Independence Day forecast. Here's an early look at your Independence Day forecast. Right now, it appears that it will be hot, with heat index values reaching the mid-100s. No precipitation is expected at this time across the region. If you're planning on being outdoors, please use precaution. Dangerous heat conditions, including heat index values reaching or exceeding the triple digits, are expected. Dry conditions are forecasted. Variable cloud cover, no measurable precipitation expected. Be sure to limit outdoor activities, stay hydrated, and seek air-conditioned environments to prevent heat-related illnesses. So as of right now, this 4th of July holiday is looking to be a dry one for us. Averages and records: normal highs 93, normal lows 73, record highs 102 set on this day back in 1998. 60s the record low set on this day back in 1950. And portions of our North Central East Texas counties are under an air quality alert. Elsewhere, we're not under an advisory, watch, or warning. Most of us we're basically quiet here, except a small brief shower. I want to say that's Boston. Just briefly, just right when you cross over the Texas-Louisiana state line on I-20, and going towards a few spotty showers in portions of Central and East Texas. Also, towards I-20 East, going towards and past Monroe. Which, if you look here on the regional radar, you're going to find a heavier dose of shower along the Texas-Oklahoma border, a few surrounding the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area in portions of north central Texas. Also, you're going to find another shower across portions of southwest Mississippi and southeast Louisiana. Also off the Mississippi, Alabama Gulf Coast, as well as the Florida Gulf Coast. And also going to find a few showers across the portions of northeast Georgia, Tennessee, and of course portions of North and South Carolina. Just a few spotty showers. And also you're going to find one more area of rain is you're going to find south of in deep South Texas. So that's all the rain we're going to see. Basically, we're just we're dry at the moment, and of course we've had a rather warm and dry start to this month of July. With we've had a bit more cloud cover in comparison to what we saw yesterday. It was a bit more humid with heat index values surpassing 100. You know what that means. And take it easy if you have to be outside. We actually reached a high temperature of 95 degrees earlier today. That's 2 degrees above what we typically see during this time of year. So temperatures aren't unbearably hot, but we're getting there. So right now temperature outside on this Tuesday night is 84 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Humidity is 70%, dew point is 70 degrees. We have a northwest wind at 5 miles per hour. Feels like temperature, heat index of 90 degrees. It's rather muggy, humid and muggy out there tonight. Feeling quite warm, almost an entirely summer night. We have barometric pressure at 30.1 inches of mercury and visibility is at 10 miles. Areas of heavy rainfall and critical fire weather on Wednesday. Heavy to excessive rainfall may bring flooding to parts of Arizona, New Mexico, Florida, North Carolina, and Virginia Wednesday. Recently burned areas will be particularly vulnerable to flash flooding. Gusty winds and low humidity will bring critical fire weather to parts of the northwest U.S. and central Alaska on Wednesday, where red flag warnings are in effect. So I'm going to keep you. Excuse me. So I'm gonna if I'm gonna keep you guys. So I'm about to get into you guys exactly what your what the remainder of this week is looking like, and also what your 4th of July is looking like. And it looks like we can have some of the, not only could we experience some of the hottest temperatures we've seen so far, some of the hottest temperatures so far this year, we could also see some of the highest heat index values that we have that we've yet to see so far this year. So tonight, so I'm expecting partly cloudy skies with at least a slight chance of a late evening shower or two developing. So we do have hurricanes. We currently do not have anything developing in the Atlantic or the Gulf, but we do have a storm in the Eastern Pacific. Now, overnight tonight, we're expecting partly cloudy skies with the slight chance of a shower, thunderstorm or two. The low temperature is 76 degrees. We have a north-northwest wind at 5 miles per hour, chance of rain 20%. At least a slight chance of an overnight shower, thunderstorm or two. Now tomorrow, as we go into your Wednesday, it will be partly cloudy and very warm. Expect after spotty thunderstorms, mostly in the afternoon, with the high temperature 95 degrees. It feels like temperature 109. So take it easy if you have to be out and about. Make sure you're taking frequent breaks and drinking plenty of water. We have a northwest wind at 5 miles per hour, chance of rain 40%. Now that's during the day for your Wednesday. So overnight tonight, expect temperatures to be upper 70s to low 80s. We'll start out tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. tomorrow morning with mostly clear skies, so we should be at 76 degrees. 9 a.m. tomorrow with partly cloudy skies, so we should be at 84 degrees. Feels like temperature 96 degrees. Noon tomorrow with partly cloudy skies, we should be at 92 degrees with the feels like temperature heat index of 108. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon with partly cloudy skies, we should be at 95 degrees. Feels like temperature 108. Then expect a round of thunderstorms to occur around 5 p.m. tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening around 6 p.m. with partly cloudy skies, we should be at 93 degrees. 9 p.m. tomorrow night with partly cloudy skies, we should be at 88 degrees. So we're expecting another day with warmer than average temperatures tomorrow going to your Wednesday. So tomorrow should be exactly as hot as it was today. So of course it was a rather seasonably hot and humid day for us, by us making up to 95, a heat index over 100. So you know what to expect during the summer months. Remember to take it easy, take frequent breaks, drink plenty of water, and limit your time outdoors. Best time to get outside is either early in the morning before during sunrise or late in the evening during after sunset. Another notable things about July is at some point this month is when the Major League Baseball All-Star Game sets to take place. So after low temperature night, 76 degrees with that slight chance of showers and storms expected overnight. Tomorrow going to your Wednesday, partly cloudy and very warm with afternoon thunder. Partly cloudy and very warm with spotty afternoon thunderstorms. High of 95, low of 77. Feels like temperature 109. Winds will be from the northwest at 5 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. Now going to your Thursday, making those last minute preparations for the 4th. Partly it would be partly cloudy and hot. Remember the dangers of dehydration and heat stroke if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time. High of 96, low of 76. Feels like temperature 113. Could we have our excessive heat warning issued of the year? Winds will be from the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour and no rains expected. Friday, of course, Independence Day. So for your 4th of July holiday, whatever plans you have, the weather should not be too big of a problem. The only thing we're going to be dealing with is the heat. So it will be partly cloudy and very warm. Remember to stay hydrated for Independence Day celebrations. High of 96, low of 75. Feels like temperature 109. Winds will be from the south at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 10%. Saturday, partly cloudy and hot. Use extreme caution if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time. High of 98, low of 75. Feels like temperature 110. Winds will be from the south-southwest at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 10%. Going to your Sunday, mostly cloudy and hot with mostly cloudy skies. Expected the possibility of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. High of 96, low of 74. Feels like temperature 107. Winds will be from the southeast at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Going to your Monday, mostly sunny and hot with mostly sunny skies. Slight chance of a shower thunderstorm or two possible. High of 97, low of 77. Feels like temperature 107. Winds will be from the south-southeast at 6 miles per hour. Chance of rain 20%. And going to your Tuesday, week from today, it will be a hot day for us with mostly sunny skies. High of 98, low of 76. Winds will be from the south at high of 98, low of 76. Feels like temperature 108. Winds will be from the south at 7 miles per hour. And no rains expected. And looks like the remainder of next week, we can see temperatures mainly in the daytime high temperatures in mid-upper 90s, heat index over 100. And it looks like we could have a better chance of rain towards the end of next week. So we're looking at much hotter temperatures. We're looking at some serious, we have some serious heat. The heat is here to stay. Highs will be in the mid-upper 90s each of the next several days. That does include your 4th of July. And we could top out the years. If we were to get up to 97 and 98, that would be the hottest temperatures we've seen so far this year. We could likely reach that by the time we get to the weekend and perhaps early next week. And the heat index values will be well over between 107 to 110 on dangerous levels. So please take it easy if you have to be out and about anytime over the next several days. Rain chances 20% tomorrow. No rain, only a 20% chance for tomorrow. No rain expected for Thursday. 10% for Friday, which is your 4th of July, and also Saturday. 30% for Saturday. 30% for Sunday. 20% for Monday. No rain is expected for Tuesday. So not a lot of rain we're going to be looking at over the next several days. So your weather should not be much of an issue for going to your 4th of July. Well, that will be all that I have for you guys here on this Tuesday night. Once again, my name is Dalton Parker. I'm going to officially sign off. And you guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe.